Hello folks, welcome to Legacy Eyes Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? The debate about US birthright citizenship. So as usual, I'll tell it to you like a story first, then we will go about the video. So what happened was, your US, according to the 14th Amendment, they brought in a change where when they ended slavery, okay, they said anyone born in US soil, look at the terminology, anyone born in US soil or any naturalized person will be eligible to become a citizen. So this has been going. This story we are starting to speak about is in 1600s. Last year, that is Donald Trump's second year term as a US president, he signed an executive order where he told that any okay child born in USA to either illegal immigrants or temporary visa holders will not be eligible for birthright citizenship. Now, when he passed an executive order like that, immediately many of the states did not agree to it. Many lower courts banned it, telling that it is constitutionally violating the 14th Amendment. Yet, your Donald Trump kept on going ahead telling that, see, the concept of just born on someone's soil will give them access to citizenship is a loophole. In the sense, he said that this 14th Amendment of birthright citizenship was given in the first place was for the children of slaves, not for Chinese billionaires, is what he has held. Now, this particular aspect, this topic has been come into your Supreme Court, US Supreme Court, which is at any point of time to give the verdict. They have not mentioned when. As the term is approaching, they will be giving a verdict. Now, what US President Donald Trump has been holding is he has broken the long political convention and he has directly attacked the judges, telling that they should not rule against him. But he also tells that, but probably they will go against me. But if you see, as of now, the 9 judge bench determining the validity of your executive order cancelling birthright citizenship, 9 member judges are there, but majority of them are conservatives. Understanding? But despite that, judges are not someone who is supposed to do as your executive tells. Yes, many of them who Trump last year added almost 3 judges, they're also there. He even went ahead and became an audience in order to see the course of action for how the judiciary is seeing for birthright citizenship. First and foremost, your US President Donald Trump has criticized the judiciary to act in a manner that will be good for the country. And also, he has criticized your Supreme Court for your previous decisions, where judiciary has held that your US President levying the amount of tariffs on other countries is also not justiciable. So this is happening. We have to wait and watch what is going to happen. So first, let's debate on this one concept. What is this concept of birthright citizenship? The citizenship is granted based on two aspects: just soli and just sanguini. Just soli means citizenship is granted to you based on the birth of the soil. In this case, USA. Countries like USA, Canada, all these have just soli, which means citizenship based on your birth in that particular soil. What Trump argues is this concept is creating a lot of your birth tourism. Somehow, the temporary visa holders or foreign officials come into country, have child here, then they end up getting citizenship through them. The parents are getting citizenship. This is not fair. All these things they're telling. The other way is you're just sanguini. Just sanguini means citizenship got through your descent. For example, in India, if you see, citizenship is one of the parent must be an Indian. Okay, that is, let's say a child is born in India means one parent must be an Indian citizen and another must not be an illegal immigrant. Okay, so now we have to wait and watch as to how does your Supreme Court verdict come by. That is it going to protect the constitutional principles or is it going to side with the executive? If so, then that would mean a much more, okay, a conservative approach of citizenship or more strict implementation of citizenship principles. All right. Now, if you're someone who enjoys local news, national news, international news, then subscribe to Legacy IS Academy channel as we provide deep insights into these topics. Look at this. So, why is this topic in debate? Trump has debated that you have to end the concept of birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants and your temporary visa holders. Supreme Court is still having this case under consideration. Verdict is not yet given. Trump is claiming that this citizenship provision, whatever is there in the 14th Amendment, was for protection of children or the babies of slaves and not for your Chinese billionaires or influential people. Understanding? So, what is birthright citizenship? That is citizenship granted because of birth in a particular country. So here what we are saying is just solely, which means right of the soil, right? So citizenship is based on place of birth. Another type is just sanguine, which is again, like I told you, based on descent. US accepted this in the 14th Amendment of 1868. All persons born or naturalized in the United States are called as citizens. Okay. So historical background. The 14th Amendment was introduced to guarantee citizenship when the enslaved people, that is when they abolished slavery. What is the future course of action to determine their status? So 1861 to 65, there was a civil war where America was divided over the concept of slavery. Finally, slavery was abolished in 1865 by passing of your 13th Amendment. 14th Amendment in 1865 gave citizenship to former slaves, African Americans, and children born in US soil. Trump claims that this law was intended for descendants of slaves, that is your children, and the abolition of slavery, their future aspects on that front, and not for illegal immigrants, temporary visa holders, or wealthy foreigners. So the executive order he passed was children will not get citizenship if parents are undocumented immigrants or temporary visa holders, even if those children are born in US soil. So, thus putting a check on your birthright citizenship. Okay. Next, why this case is important is, can a president alone make changes by just passing a executive order, or is it needed to have a constitutional amendment with your state's agreeal? Because this is also a federal aspect. So what is the lower court's rule? They said that immediately when Trump passed the executive order, they let's say blocked it because they told that it violated constitutional principles. That is your 14th constitutional amendment. Now, if you see to the concept of whether birthright amendment should be removed or placed back, there are two sides of the argument. Certain people are claiming that no, it should not be removed because it clearly violates constitutional principles. Many of the conservatives and Republicans now in the debate, when we see, many of them claim that the president has gone too far with his executive actions, and this would lead to a lot of statelessness for the children, and this will again discriminate against your migrants and minorities. Then what are some of the, let's say, aspects that they are considering we have to remove birthright citizenship is because this prevents illegal immigration, stops the concept of birth tourism, and this also imposes strict citizenship norms. So we have to see what is Supreme Court's take going to be on. What is birth tourism? First and foremost, it is where foreign nationals enter US temporarily, give birth there, so that the child acquires your US citizenship. So this is what your Trump calls it as a loophole. Supreme Court, on the other hand, even though there is a conservative majority in the 9-member panel, okay, whom 3 of them were nominated by Trump itself. But the court has not always sided with Trump. So here is where your US President Donald Trump is telling them to reconsider the decision. So if Trump's behavior, so much so that like I told you earlier, Trump has even gone ahead and even started publicly calling out the judges, asked them to remain loyal. Okay, and he has even highlighted that the judges should not rule against Trump. But if the judiciary is playing on the lines of executive, then there will be a strict issue about separation of powers. And also, judges must interpret the constitution independently and not based on the appointing authority. So, countries which are practicing just only today are like your USA, Canada, just Sanguini, Japan, Germany. Okay. In India, if you have to get Indian citizenship, one parent must be an Indian citizen and another should not be an illegal immigrant. So let's see, if the court supports Trump's policies, then there could be a major shift in your US immigration system. It will become much more tighter. Citizenship rules will be very much more stricter. And this will set a precedent for executive power having the higher precedent. Okay, so a lot of children, their citizenship, families will be at stake. But let's say if the court rejects the Trump's executive order, then birthright citizenship will be remaining. Okay, it will come back to force. It reinforces constitutional safeguard. 14th constitutional amendment will be upheld. Understanding? And executive authority, to what extent only it can function, a precedent will be set. So, in total, this entire topic brings us into the debate of immigration control, constitutional protection, and also executive power limits. Okay. With this, we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.